this is what I want to talk about. This is a freestyle, but it is really hitting. Okay? 888 portal. I want you guys to know that love is real and it all depends on how you view yourself. You know, something about those fairy tales are right. True love, it creates this sphere of energy around you, this protection. Peace. What's up? What's up? What's good, y'all? Baby, welcome to the party. You're here with your girl Ash, and we're at Wild Rose 888. Back at you with another video. All right, let's hop straight into this. So I was kind of freestyling. I'm thinking about the concept of love, true love, and I want you to think about your first love. Okay, so I was reading something, and the writer was speaking about what it felt like to fall in love for the first time, that deep love, that true love. And I just got to the beginning of it and I thought, well, I want to put my input into this. Now the writer was speaking of, like, it almost sounded to me that feeling of like tumbling into love. Like they were describing how it feels, 111 on the clock, how it feels to fall into that first love, how it just, how you feel free, how you feel like you're just following your heart. You're not relying on anything else. Like, you're not trying to rationalize everything. I feel like the common misconception with that, or that this is some whimsical thing, it only happens once in a lifetime. Now, falling truly in love like that, if it might feel like it only happens once in a lifetime, but it doesn't have to be a once in a life. Well, it doesn't have to be a once in a lifetime thing. First of all, love is not fleeting, so that's why we don't fall in love all the time. Usually, when you fall in love, you try to stay in love. So you're not looking to go and fall in love with everyone you meet or fall in love multiple times, because it's kind of hard to maintain that many relationships. You know what I mean? And being in love does require a lot of you, and the more you feel that love is reciprocated, the more you want to give. So yeah, it's hard to go and fall in love with multiple people, okay? But when we're talking about the idea that you can have loved someone, felt that love, fallen out of that love, and then move on with your life and have the capability to fall in love again, is a gift. But when we talk about that first love feeling, go back to the last time you fell in love and you were allowed to fall in love in the sense that you felt safe. This is where the safety comes in. It's like you don't even realize when you're falling in love. You're maybe just kind of, first you're filling it out. You're enjoying yourself. And you're like, wow, I enjoy myself around this person. I enjoy this person and I enjoy myself around this person. That's the first clue that you're falling in love. Okay? When you start to you start to see something different in yourself because of this person, 9 to 9 on the clock, or you start to feel something different when you're with this person. Like you feel an energy that's created when you are with this person between the two of you. Okay? That's another clue in that you're starting to fall in love. Now, you can fall in love, but it's different when you're safe in love. Okay? Being safe in love feels like, again, you're just kind of easing your way into things. You don't even realize you're doing it. You want to share something with this person. You start to want to do things for this person. You start to want to speak to them in your love language. I feel like that's another sign of when you're falling in love with someone. You start to want to speak to them in your love language. That's why it's important to listen, observe, people, especially when you're really feeling them. Because they always say, like, speak to people in their love language, but first people are going to speak to us in their love language. That's how they show us that they feel for us, by trying to do things for us that they would want someone to do for them. So if you're even curious of what does it look like when somebody's falling in love with me, Ash, or what does it look like when it's a real feeling, it's when they start to speak to you in their love language, to see if you understand them, right? 11:11 on my clock. It's like, does this person I wonder if this person's gonna get me. Or sometimes it's not even so calculated. I feel like another way to know too is when it's things stop being so calculated and it starts more flowing. It starts more coming from the heart. You know what I mean? And it might be a little bit of like, and I feel like it's not so much fear, but it's more like an excitement to share. That's what it is too. It's like this feeling of you have some comfortability. It's an energy there. It's a chemistry there. Someone feels when someone starts to speak to you in their love language, they feel a sense of comfortability with you. They feel a sense of safety. And now they're stepping out on the ledge energetically to bring you in a little bit. Like it's like you guys are both on two different ships and you have to create this plank that is going to create a bridge for now your ships to come together and create a relationship, two ships that are now related, you know. So slowly you have to build those boards and step out further on that plank, knowing that the other person is also building their board, and you know what I mean, it's going to come together. You guys are the trust is being built. So this person speaks to you in their love language and you reciprocate it without any faltering, without any hesitation. You know what I mean? It's like this, like it just flows. You know what I'm saying? Like you could share some information with someone, you know what I mean, that really makes you feel good, and it shows that you care for this person. Now, this could be information that this person already knows. I'm thinking of like it could be information that this person already knows, but their part of their love language, 1313 on my timer, is allowing you to give them this gift. You know what I mean? Maybe they already have this gift, or like I said, they already have this information. Say it's a book, your favorite book, and you gift them this book and you explain to them how it was so important in your life and how it touched you. Maybe a little lesson that you learned from it, you know, and then you gift them this book. Now they have this book. Maybe they have the second volume of this book, or they have this whole collection. But it's just the fact that you went out of your way to offer them something, to speak to them in your love language, to bridge a gap. And the fact that they understand you. You know what I mean? So they're also like, wow, this person is like a part of my world, right? Because they're bringing me information that I know a lot about this stuff. But look at them, they're bringing me something and making this offer to me, and I see them. You know what I mean? And so it's like, it's not even a falter. It's just like you step out and they're right there catching you. It's not, it's like you don't fall into anything, because they're always right there. You guys are always in step with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't fall because they're right there. They've got your hand. You guys are holding hands. 1444 on my timer. You guys are holding hands. You're walking. You're moving through this energetic space. You're building, you know, that bridge. Allowing for this sense of safety. This feeling that it's okay to share. It's okay to be yourself. Give me more of that energy. I like this authentic you, you know? And so then you become more comfortable, like, wow, that was reciprocated so well. I feel so good in this energy that we're creating. You start to build trust. That's what it feels like to fall in love, that energy of feeling that first love, because you don't have to think so much, because every time you go to make a genuine, authentic move towards this person, they're right there with you, because they're right in step, because it's like you're speaking to them. It's like you're speaking their secret language to them, the language of their heart. We all have a different language of our hearts, and we all have people that understand the dialect. Already, it's already written into their heart as well. Falling in love, that feeling of falling in love for the first time, where you don't have to use so much logic, you're just going with the flow. It's less about being this whimsical energy that you can't, like, it comes once in a lifetime, and more about understanding its reciprocity. It's going for connections that you truly, truly feel. There has to be true feelings there. There has to be true chemistry there to build off of. I genuinely say, if that person that you're connecting with, if you can't make them your friend, it's not going to last very long. The best connections are the ones where you guys are friends first. I'm telling you, when you are friends, when you make that person your friend, you have more value in them. You have more respect for them, and they you. Find someone who values friendship and build your relationship with them. Find someone who you have true chemistry with, who catches you when you go on onto that, when you go out onto that ledge where that meets you. Excuse me, not catches you, that meets you. It's this feeling of every time you extend your heart a little bit, they're right there. It's cool. And that's what makes you feel like you can fall in love. That's what makes you feel like, oh my gosh, I can be in this feeling. I can be in this energy because this person is here with me. They're here in this feeling. They're here in this emotion. They're here in this energy that we're creating. And they're loving it just as much as I love it. They cherish this just as much as I cherish this. It's like you guys have this big cuddly teddy bear between you, and you're just like hugging it, and it's just filling you both with all of this immense love and energy and joy. You don't have to think so much because you're feeling through it. Now, to do that requires not so much you just falling or you just finding the perfect person. For one, it's about compatibility. It's about chemistry. And it's truly about this give and take. Now, I'm going to tell you this scene that I was generating in my mind as I think about what it is to fall in love, okay? And then I'm going to talk a little bit more on my idea. So I see it as like, it's like closing your eyes and going into the nothingness, right? I mean, where it's so black, like as if you have like a cloth over your eyes, okay? You can start by doing like a meditation like that, maybe even just for 10 seconds where you're breathing deeply, maybe 30 seconds, breathing deeply in your nose, out your mouth, with your eyes closed. You're in total darkness. Now, imagine yourself walking through this darkness. You're not afraid. You're not afraid of the darkness. That's just where you are. The subconscious mind. You're standing in this darkness. Again, it's not that the darkness is anything scary. It's just where you are. It's your consciousness. So you're just standing there and you begin to walk. You're walking, you're calm, you're peaceful. As you begin to walk, a trail begins to form in front of you. So each step you take, you're seeing this trail. Let's say you're on some type of bike trail, a running trail. Okay, as you look out to your left and to your right, you start to see grasses growing on the ground. You look you look up a little more. You see trees are forming along this trail. You look out to your left. You can see a park. You seem to be in this wide open park area on this trail. You can see people in the background playing a game of soccer way over. You could see a park with a playground way off to your right. You hear the trees. You can hear the wind rustling through the leaves. You can hear children playing, laughing in the background. You start to hear the footsteps of someone running, jogging behind you, passing you. You feel the wind pass you as they speed by you. You look over to your right, and there's somebody walking next to you. You look on the ground, there's flowers along the trail, and it's just kind of like, wow, was all of this here before? You take a deep breath and you're smelling floral scents. You smell earthy scents. You smell this sweet, captivating scent of this person standing next to you. This is the awakening of your senses. You look around and you kind of realize what was once darkness. Excuse me, guys, for getting emotional. What was once darkness is now filled with colors. And you look over at that person and you're like, whoa, were you always here? Did we create this together? And it's like you don't know when everything started to form. You don't know when all the colors started to become bright, when the picture started to come together. But it was somewhere when you met and fell in love with this person. And that's what it feels like to fall in love and to be caught by love. I think that definitely warranted a deep breath. So that is my depiction as a certified lover girl. What it feels like to fall in love. 7:07 on the clock. Now let me take you a little bit deeper and let's get into now what does that look like? Those actions, right? Falling in love, that feeling of that first time. Now, people used to say like that first love hits different because it's so pure, but I'm here to tell you, if your energy is believing in love, if your energy is cleansing out your heart when a situation doesn't go well, if your energy is not giving your heart to everyone so that you don't have to always continuously rinse and repeat your heart, using your discernment to give it to people who are going to cherish it, that when they leave, or if they leave, or if you have to leave, or if you guys have to part, because sometimes people are seasons. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're here to teach you something. But how do they leave you? Do they leave you how they found you? Do they leave you worse? Or do they leave you better? This is a freestyle, but it is really hitting. Okay? 888 portal. I want you guys to know that love is real, and it all depends on how you view yourself. What is your relationship with yourself? Take some time to do some deep breathing. Take some time and think on these, scripts that I've put out, these ideas when it comes to that love, that true love, that falling in love. It's a really beautiful energy. It truly is. And I don't think it's once in a lifetime. It's always about having a clear heart. And again, finding that friend that meets your chemistry, that sees you and hears you.